What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Robson here. Today I'm joined by Geekdom for a topic that just literally blew my mind as I was sitting here trying to figure out what's going to happen next week or the course of this next arc in Dragon Ball Super. So, Geekdom, let's take the facts first. First and foremost, it's going to be small spoilers. Obviously, if you watched episode 70, we're talking about the next episode preview and what's going to happen in the next arc. So that's a small spoiler out there. Outside that, we don't have any facts on what's going to happen in the next episode. We don't know anything. This is all pure speculation and theories. Now, Geekdom, the facts. We know his comeback, and allegedly Goku is going to get taken out, or he is a target for an assassination. That's the facts. That's all we know at this current situation. However,
yes, but one of the big theories that I mentioned in my episode 71 preview is that there could be a possibility.
Wait. Don't say that yet, because
all right.
That's exactly where I'm going. I'm going to that direction.
You brought me on here, didn't even tell me what we're talking about.
Exactly.
So
I literally, like to those watching, I literally jumped up. I was like, "Geekdom, get on Skype right now." You can see a text message. Well, I'm not gonna show the text messages, but like I literally jumped up. I was like, "Yo, get on Skype right now. We gotta talk about this." Okay, so here is what we know. So like I said, we know that Hit's come back. Supposedly, Goku is a target for whatever, and it seems that Hit might be the one that takes out Goku. However, I have a different theory. I have a different idea of which direction this arc could take, and you have a theory of your own that actually fits with this as well that you can kind of discuss here on this video. But instead of it being Hit as the bad guy, what if actually Hit is really the good guy? Now we know Hit is actually an assassin. He's done this for a long time. He's over 1,000 years old. He's a professional cold-blooded killer. However, it is obvious that after Goku and Hit fought in the Universe 6 tournament arc, there was some kind of bond formed. That's what Goku does.
They have mutual respect, but money talks.
Money does talk. And again, for all we know, this idea that I'm tossing out there might be completely wrong, and we'll find out in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
If I offered you 800 million Zenny, would you take out Jay-Dantastic?
I mean, probably not.
You should have said, I'll do it for 800. That would have been the right answer, but all right.
No, but the point is we're all expecting this to be a Hit thing. And, no pun intended. We're all expecting this a Hit thing. But what if actually instead of Hit being the antagonist, he's really there to be the protagonist, the helper that's going to help Goku in the situation? Because the theory that I thought is, okay, so from the next episode preview, it seems like some kind of galactic mob boss or somebody that seems to have put this hit on Goku for whatever reason. Maybe it has to do with the upcoming tournament, maybe it's some kind of salt with Frost or something. Something has to do with Goku obviously being a threat to this guy. Now, what if instead of Hit being the hired hitman to kill Goku, what happened was there was a hit put out for Goku, period. And Hit happened to see it and was like, oh, snap, I gotta go find him. So it's actually Hit finding Goku to kind of warn him, maybe fake pseudo kill him. So he's been taken off the kind of the radar to kind of like hide him while they figure out who actually it is. So instead of Hit being the actual bad guy in this arc, he's actually the good guy, and he's going to team up with Goku by falsely killing him, quote unquote. And that's the direction the arc will take, as opposed to being more of a one-dimensional thing where it's like Hit's the bad guy, he takes out Goku, and then he kind of becomes the bad guy. Like the only thing I don't see with that is like it's kind of weird that they develop this friendship, but in the end they're going to kill each other, or Goku's going to get killed off a Hit before they have the actual fight. So that's a theory that I came up with. What do you think about that?
Well, and I'm not trying to plug my video, but
go for it. I will link it in the description below.
Well, okay, and we'll talk about it. And maybe you can even get the screenshot. In the episode 71 preview I did on the channel, I noticed something. There's a shot. There's one still frame of what appears to be Hit in the front. Yes. Then in the background, there's another guy with the same boots that Hit wears. So that tells me that it could be possible, and we're talking about this through text, that they want us to think that Hit's the one that killed Goku, when actually it might not be Hit. It might be either a parallel universe version of Hit or another assassin who happens to dress like Hit and is trying to, I guess, frame Hit. It's kind of like the Goku Black arc, except someone's trying to pretend to be Hit this time. And there's a guy on YouTube, I think his name was Emerald. I apologize. I'm sorry, on Twitter. Sorry if I messed up your name.
Edgar.
Edgar, thank you, Edgar. And Edgar was talking about this, and he was so on point with it that it could be possible that in Universe 6 there is a League of Assassins. And again, this is just a theory. Please don't make your YouTube video say this is just a theory. That there might be a League of Assassins that, like Batman, that they get hired to commit jobs, and maybe Hit is the best one. Because obviously he's the most dangerous assassin, he's the oldest one, but maybe he's a part of a gang of thieves, kind of like, the Lin Kuei in Mortal Kombat. If you're a gamer, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Like there's different Sub-Zeros. And maybe the whole idea, and I could totally see this happening, is that somebody else who's really strong, maybe maybe not as strong as Hit, but really strong, takes out Goku, and maybe you're right. Maybe Hit has to show up and do a Hit versus Hit thing. I mean, who knows? And then, of course, this character will hopefully be in one of the video games. But the point is this, okay? Like, it could be possible that where they're gonna make us think that it is Hit for a few episodes, and then give us the big twist later on to where it's really not Hit. It's just a guy who looks like Hit from the same League of Assassins. And maybe these guys aren't as strong as Hit, but what I would love to see, this. If there is a League of Assassins, a whole army of them, I would love it if this arc, and we haven't seen this yet in Dragon Ball. Can you imagine how awesome it would be if this League of Assassins, the arc ends with like Hit, Vegeta, Gohan, maybe Kabe, all going into their fucking lair, and there's this big like battle royale. Like, we haven't even seen anything like this in Dragon Ball. That would be amazing, and I can see it happening because it's implied based on the clues that maybe it's not Hit, but they're gonna tell us it's Hit at first. So I do think that, again, you're right. Hit would get paid. I still think that they're going to make us think it actually is Hit when it's not. But maybe it is Hit. Who knows?
It could be. I mean, like I said, this is a complete guess. Because my only problem I'm trying to figure out is, look, we all know that death is an absolute joke. Unless you're King Kai, Gregory, and Bubbles, death is a joke in Dragon Ball. Like, nobody truly dies in that series. And for him to take out Goku, we know he's going to come back in the end, so it doesn't really make sense. But I feel like if you take it the direction where, so let's say there is another assassin after Goku. Hit shows up, he fake kills Goku, and that basically kind of frees the bounty off of him, and now they have to figure out who did it and why. And not only do you now have, a pretty cool story, you also have Hit as an ally. Now, having as a bad guy, as an antagonist, is still cool, because we'll obviously get some pretty good fight, action between Hit and Goku, if that's the direction that the series takes. But at the same time, I feel like there's so much more room to make Hit an even bigger badass if you make him basically the good guy in this arc, and have him team up with like Gohan, with Vegeta, with Kabe even. I definitely want to see Kabe come back in this next arc, because there's so much potential for the Universe 6 characters to shine, specifically Hit and Kabe. But
yeah,
I just think there's just so much that they can do with the series. Now, Toei has been infamous for flipping stuff on us and giving us like unexpected. I mean, a lot of times you can expect how stuff happens in the series, but a lot of times I notice, especially in Dragon Ball Super, there's been stuff that's been happening that we least expect. Let's not forget when freaking Goku lost to Frost in the first round. And it's like, I'm still kind of shocked about that. Granted, Frost did cheat. The point is Toei is...
Oh, you mean when Goku threw the fight?
What?
When Goku threw the fight.
When Goku threw the fight, yeah. That's an inside joke from when this initially happened, when everybody thought he threw
Everybody remembers that one, bro.
Yeah.
And Goku Black is Goten. Those are. We need to do a top 5 epic fails of 2016, bro, and have those two on there, bro.
that'd be kind of funny. The point is Toei's infamous for making it look like one thing and then it be another thing. I mean, let's not forget when there was an episode that was titled, Goku Black's identity revealed, and they literally didn't reveal anything. Like, they just do this bait and switch on us all the time, where we expect one thing and get something else. So I feel like this is exactly what the series is going to take. And in fact, I want to hear from you guys as well. So if you have your own theories that you want to share about what you think is going to happen in this next arc, by all means, please share it down below, because I'm extremely excited. Because as you guys already know, Beerus has become one of my favorite characters in the series so far.
I really hope they don't have to rely on him here, though.
Yes.
I really hope.
I don't, like, as much as I love Beerus, I don't want to see Beerus in this too much. But what I was trying to say is Beerus has become one of my favorite characters until they introduce Hit. And now Hit is the most of my favorites as well, just because he's so cool. He's awesome. I love, assassin stuff. Like, I grew up on the Metal Gear Solid and sneak and stealth stuff, and the fact that you have this like sneaky stealth character now Hit in the series has me excited. So I want to see him definitely grow. I definitely want to see his abilities, because obviously for him to be over 1,000 years old and being like one of the greatest killers of all time, he's gotta have some pretty neat tricks up his sleeves, and obviously we couldn't see that in the tournament.
And also the fact that he does take Goku out, or so we believe that he does, that's going to change the scale of power, because now Hit may actually be, and again, we don't know for sure till the episode airs, he may be the strongest non-god, you know. And I think as far as Beerus in this arc, the only thing I would love to see is if maybe after Goku dies, if he does, they go to Beerus and he goes, you know what, I like him, but I'm not getting involved. But what I'll do is I'll ask Champa, my brother, the location of the assassinate of the mob, and then maybe Champa can help them out by saying, okay, they're on planet such and such, or Vados, and then they can do that, and instead of having to like always rely on the gods. I just don't want Beerus I want Beerus to get serious, but I don't think this is the arc for it. I think the death of Goku, I've said this before, people have been clamoring for a Gohan return. I said this in my preview video. I feel like this is the arc for Gohan and Goten, both of them, to shine. I think it should be focused on them.
You know what's funny? is I made my Gohan video the other day, and I said there's an inevitable return of Gohan's character and him as a fighter in the future of the series. But I said I'm pretty sure what happened in this next arc, and watch it actually be this arc when they reintroduce Gohan as like the badass that we grew up under. So just want to toss it out there.
Yeah, but I think he should. I think he should earn it though. I think he should train and earn it. Yeah, and I think because the last arc was all about Trunks, I think this one should be about the Sun family.
You know what I really like about the fact of Hit's character being introduced is after Dragon Ball Z ended, I remember the question I was asking myself is well, how does Goku and Vegeta compare to anybody else in the universe? Like, they're literally the strongest characters out at the time. And then, of course, fast forward 10, 15 years later, we now have, Beerus as a character. Dragon Ball Z came back, or Dragon Ball Super was introduced, and then Dragon Ball, quote-unquote, came back. We have Beerus as a character, and they keep introducing more universes and all these different characters. And now, in Dragon Ball Super, they did something differently. They introduced characters that they weren't necessarily as strong as Goku and Vegeta in the squad, but strong in their own way because of how they have these unique abilities and stuff. And I love the fact that this series has become not all about bronze and muscle at this point. It's whoever can just basically fight to their own best abilities and win. I mean, we saw, obviously Zamasu was immortal in the last arc. We have Hit who can stop time, and we have even people like Frost who just basically cheats using a stupid needle, which he could have easily killed Goku if there was a no-kill rule, or if there was a kill rule allowed in that tournament. So I like that they're doing that, and that kind of like makes it like, okay, no matter how strong you are, you can still go down under the right circumstances. So
yeah, I'm very curious to see what kind of techniques he can employ.
Yes,
but still, I mean, when you still look at it, even if Goku would be physically stronger than Hit, those assassination techniques, I mean, that makes him more dangerous. And so I would rather have him on my team, to be honest.
Did that make the video?
We did talk about that.
Yeah, that was the video with you. And I said, look, man, I love Goku, but I feel like he could win, and we can finally get that question answered. I'm so glad that Toriyama is actually giving us that answer this time of how a situation between Hit and Goku could go. That is, of course, if the story takes that path, because like I said, for all we know, this is gonna be a bait and switch, and it's not gonna be Hit after all who ends up taking out Goku in this next episode.
And it's funny because I just got a tweet from this kid named Young X Non, shout outs to him, and he goes, I feel like Hit has his own race and they're all assassins. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. There might be, maybe not the same race, but there might be a whole league of assassins.
Yeah.
And that would be such a, dude, we need something like that in Super, bro. We really do. That would be so great if we got something like that where it's like, and they all have to fight against this league of, I do want Goku to take the arc
That would
off.
be nasty. That would be disgusting.
I would love it. And they don't all have to be as strong as Hit, but think about it. Hit is very strong, and Hit is very, very strong, but if there's like 10 slightly weaker hits, then that could be it.
Yeah.
Like, that could be that could be harder for Hit, so I'm trying to tell you.
So anyways, let us know your thoughts about this arc, any predictions and speculations you have. Let us know your thoughts on what we discussed, how this could be actually a story where it's not about Hit being a bad guy, but for all we know, he could actually be the good guy here to save Goku and actually warning about what's happening because he heard through Grapevine that he's a, bounty now. And maybe the story could be going that way. So overall, let us know everything we talked about down below. And of course, if you're hyped for Dragon Ball Super and this upcoming arc, make sure you punch on the like button, right, boss, as well. But other than that, I guess I can't wait to see what you guys got to say. So we'll see you guys in the comment section below.